You join us at Automotoldrom Grobnik in Croatia for round 8 of the 2021 NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series EuroNASCAR 2 division. This beautiful circuit just outside of Rijeka in Croatia first played host to EuroNASCAR last year, but fans were not allowed in at the time due to the pandemic. It's great to see them here this year. In the first race of the weekend, Tobias Dauenhauer, the championship leader, had Vladimiras Choitzis for company as they went up towards the light gantry. When the lights went out, it was a good start from Tobias Dauenhauer. A better start from Martin Dubeck would see him overhaul Vladimiras Choitzis and put the number 7 Hendrix Ford into second place. Vladimiras Choitzis was never that far away from Martin Dubeck, whilst Tobias Dauenhauer was out front and trying to build an advantage. That advantage was whittled down, and it was about to get worse for Tobias Dauenhauer. Whilst leading the race, the information came over that the team had worked on the car on the grid prior to the race. That was outside of the regulations, and a drive-through penalty would be issued. That would drop him down through the order into 6th position, which meant that Martin Dubeck and Vladimiras Choitzis were now fighting it out for the lead of the race. As Dauenhauer came back out of the pit lane, he got out just ahead of Francesco Caristo and was looking to try and work his way through the order. Justin Kuntz was also right on the coattails of Simon Palat as Simon Palat tried to deal with the back marker. There was contact between the pair. The back marker, Alina Leubneger, suffering damage, but for Simon Palat, his race was done, I'm afraid, and it would put Justin Kuntz into a podium position for the first time in 2021. But it would be Martin Dubeck that would come through to claim the first victory of the weekend, and that would be the 5th of his EuroNASCAR career. So Dubeck claims the win from Choitzis in second place and Justin Kuntz in third. Alberto Panebianco, Advait Gioda and Tobias Dauenhauer complete the top 6, but the number 7 goes to victory lane for the 3rd time in 2021. Martin Dubeck, the race winner of round 7. I'm sure you know the format by now. We have 2 championships and there are 4 races over the weekend, 2 for each. EuroNASCAR Pro for the pro drivers and EuroNASCAR 2 is for the young and the amateur drivers. So the drivers are getting ready for the 2nd and final race of the weekend for EuroNASCAR 2 around this 4.1 or almost 2.6 mile circuit, and as you can see, the turns just go from one corner to the next instantly, from turn 6 to turn 13. Very few straights between. Slightly cloudy today, and again the EuroNASCAR 2 race will be held over 14 laps around this very picturesque circuit. Now the grid is formed from the fastest lap times from the first race of the weekend. Tobias Dauenhauer will start from pole. Let's hear it from the pole sitter.
Looking forward to the race. I think we have a good performance. Also the car felt quite good in warm-up today. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the race and hopefully we can show a good race for all the fans.
Yeah, the fans are looking forward to this one. Tobias Dauenhauer and Martin Dubeck are on the front row of the grid. Vladimiras Choitzis and Simon Palat will line up on row number 2 with Justin Kuntz and Levi Lindsay Canto sitting there on row number 3. The 4th row is Alberto Panebianco and Advait Gioda, and it is Melvin de Groot and Gilles Linster who sit there on row number 5. So buckle up for the final time in EuroNASCAR 2. We're about to go green this weekend, and it looks as though it's not a bad start again from Tobias Dauenhauer, who is going to lead the pack up to the very small kink at turn number 1 before they then turn left at turn number 2. Martin Dubeck is in second place. Choitzis is going wheel to wheel with Simon Palat as they fight over 3rd, but it does look as though Simon Palat at the wheel of the DF1 Racing Chevy has made it stick and has gone ahead of the Academy Alex Caffey Motorsport Ford of Choitzis, who's dropped down into 4th position. Now Dauenhauer, after the problems that befell him yesterday with that drive-through penalty, will be looking to try and secure a victory here and extend his championship lead at the end of the weekend if at all possible. But with Martin Dubeck being on real form at the moment, he's sitting there in second place. There's Justin Kuntz, who finished on the podium yesterday. That DF1 Racing Chevy, the white and red number 22, is in 5th position at the moment. And it looks as though it's Melvin de Groot that sits behind him in 6th place currently. Melvin making his debut in the series this weekend at the wheel of the Team Bleaky Molen car and is going beautifully well, I've got to say. Driver who's done lots of racing in Clios, both in Europe generally and in the Benelux countries. He's done a bit of ADAC GT and some European GT4 in the past, but he has just dropped away from the lead 4 really at the moment. Over the start-finish line, it is Dauenhauer that leads, Dubeck in second place, then it's Palat from Choitzis and Kuntz, with all of the time Melvin de Groot just falling further adrift from the lead 5 cars. Great fight going on for 3rd at the moment. Palat under enormous pressure from Vladimiras Choitzis, but at the moment there's no way for the Cypriot to try and squeeze his way through and ahead of the Belgian that lies ahead, Simon Palat. Both very young drivers. Choitzis is, what, 24 years of age. Simon Palat's just 19 years of age. Nose to tail, Chevy ahead of Ford, fighting over what will be the final podium spot at the moment. Simon Palat came into this weekend lying 5th in the championship standings, Simon, and has had a 2nd and a 3rd as his best results. We've not seen him on the top step of the podium yet, victory lane, but he's back in the podium spots again now, and he'll be desperate to hang on to it as we go on board with Choitzis in 4th position. Big wiggle mid-corner from Vladimiris Choitzis. Not sure whether there was a bit of contact there, but there's definitely some smoke coming off the front right-hand wheel there. Justin Kuntz is still behind him, so Choitzis in 4th place, now coming under attack from the German, the 24-year-old driving the number 22 DF1 Racing Chevy behind. So through the sweeps, you can see the beautiful backdrop to this circuit. Melvin de Groot still under pressure from Levi Linticanto and Navi Talor that sit behind him. So Melvin de Groot with his hands rather full, to say the least, at the moment, the 44-year-old Dutchman. Onto the brakes, Levi Linticanto looking for the inside line, but the door was always going to close, so sensibly the 19-year-old Finn gets off the gas and heads onto the brake pedal to prevent the contact. And whilst he's doing that, he's got the young 20-year-old Israeli driver Navi Talor sitting right behind as well. Great fight for 6th, 7th and 8th places as they head over the start-finish line. Now Melvin de Groot is also eligible for the Legend Trophy for those over 40, and he secured victory in that yesterday. He's having a really good run here again, I've got to say, but there's no let-up in the pressure. Levi Linticanto is hugely keen, the Scandinavian, to try and muster his way through. This time it looks as though he might have the inside line. Yet Melvin de Groot is offline, and surely Linticanto will go through there at turn number 5. So through goes Levi Linticanto. He is now up into 6th position. Down to 7th goes Melvin de Groot. But it might not stop there, because he's now got Navi Talor also looking to try and squeeze his way through if he can. Navi, who did a part season last year in the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series, did the full season campaign in 2019, where he finished 14th in the standings. A 2-times former Israeli karting champion is looking to try and put the man who's raced in the Dubai 24-hour under attack here. So out of turn number 5 again, a bit of a wiggle from Melvin de Groot, and that might just be enough for Navi Talor to work his way through. Can't quite muster it there. So it's still the number 69 Team Bleaky Molan car that's now coming under attack, this time up towards turn number 15. The big long straight into the heavy braking area. Talor with his nose up the inside. Melvin de Groot, I think, might get pushed out wide here, but he braves it out around the outside for that corner, which gives him the inside for the next. And now Navi Talor is coming under attack from Gilles Linster that sits behind, and it looks as though the man from Luxembourg might unpick Navi Talor here, as Talor was looking to gain a place. He may well lose one, and Gilles Linster is now looking to try and work his way through past Melvin de Groot. No, Navi Talor braves it out. He's going to dive up the inside of Melvin de Groot. They're still side by side. Fantastic fighting, pure racing in EuroNASCAR. No bodywork rubs at all, but absolutely bumper to bumper and door handle to door handle, and it's still not sorted out as yet. The order, amazingly, through all of that, has not changed. Melvin de Groot still hanging on by his fingertips to 7th place. Navi Talor in 8th position, and Gilles Linster there in 9th place. But a great fight it is between all three of them as they head down in towards the next few corners, where they'll turn through the left and turn through the right, and they're down to the sections of the circuit that just sweep from one corner to the next. Wonderful stuff here at Autodrome Grobnik. So Melvin de Groot will know he's had a race here this weekend, sharing the car with team owner Sebastian Bleaky Molan. And is he going to come under attack again from Navi Talor? Navi looking to do what he did on the previous lap, but this time through can't quite get the nose of the car up the inside, but he's going to have another go, you know, as they head round through the last couple of corners, and it looks as though this time Navi Talor has just about managed to do it. Gets his nose ahead, but again he's on the outside line, and again it looks as though Melvin de Groot is going to hang on to the position, and again Gilles Linster is looking to try and muster his way through. Wonderful stuff again. Eventually Navi Talor, I think, might have made it stick here. Yes, he has. De Groot gets pushed off line, but that is just enough for him still to be able to sweep his way back across the nose of the number 77 Chevy. But that is wonderful racing between all three. Hats off to them for putting on some fantastic entertainment for us and the crowd here at Autodrome Grobnik over the course of this weekend. So Talor now up into 7th place. De Groot down into 8th position. Gilles Linster, who returned to the championship last time out in the Czech Republic is sitting there as the next of the cars, and back towards the sharp end. The fight for third isn't resolved as yet because Simon Palat is still coming under pressure from Vladimir Choitsis. A puff of smoke as Simon Palat locks the brakes. Remember, these cars have no traction control, no ABS. They are very much a raw old beast. 5.7 litres you have to tame in these cars, and no electronic gizmos. It is pure racing. Again, that little puff of smoke there for Simon Palat. Hope that's not cause for concern as they head past the slowing car of Eric Quintal, who stays beautifully out of the way and allows the battle for third to go past. Time is running out for Choitsis here because Tobias Downhauer is on his last lap of the race and is looking to head towards victory lane for the 7th time in his EuroNASCAR 2 career. Tobias Downhauer claims round 8 of the 2021 NASCAR Wheeling Euro Series EuroNASCAR 2 division. Martin Dubec in 2nd place. Simon Palat hung on for 3rd place, despite the fact he was always under pressure from Vladimir Choitsis, who finished in 4th position. So delight for Tobias Downhauer. He heads towards victory lane. Let's hear from the winner.
I'm feeling so happy now. Today was a good day for us. Yesterday, as you said, we had technical issues at the rear with the wheel on the rear, so we had to change it on the starting grid. Because of the working on the starting grid, we got a penalty, and unfortunately we finished P6. And today all went perfect. The car was still fine. I was leading the whole race, and yeah, thanks to the whole team, they keep the focus, and yeah, car was great, and yeah, just happy now.
And so he should be happy. He leads the championship by 33 points from Martin Dubec as we leave Croatia. In the rookie trophy, it was Levi Lintecantu that came through to claim the race victory. And in the Legend Trophy, it was Melvin de Groot that once more came out on top. The Lady Trophy winner went the way of Alina Leubnegger.